Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today on SpinTires, taking a look at some more mods. My vehicle today is by far the largest truck I have ever driven on, well, probably any game. In all honesty, it is a 12 by 12 Tatra. It is just ginormous. The camera doesn't even know what to do with the vehicle. It's a ridiculous truck. And I'm going to be trying to get the truck to... I'm going to try and unlock the other garage over this side and go climbing up the volcano. I'm playing on the volcano island. The thing is that the Tatra doesn't start off with very much fuel. It only has 200 litres in the thing. Now, that may possibly be enough to get me to the other garage. I don't know, and I'm not sure it will be. I'm playing on the hardcore difficulty on this, so the fuel will go down quite quickly. So trying to get to the other garage is actually going to be quite a challenge with the fuel we have. I am probably not going to make it, in all honesty. I'm better off going up north, getting some fuel, getting some more fuel, or possibly stopping off for some more fuel, probably be a safe bet, and then coming back towards the garage. But I've actually got to get to the first fuel depot up north, directly north from me. And that might be easier said than done. I don't know how this thing... I know this thing is, going to drink fuel like there is no tomorrow. I'm hoping that we will be able to get to there quick enough. Now, there are paths for us to follow, and let's face it, this thing can pretty much drive over, well, just about anything that happens to get into its path. The advantage of having so many wheels is that something will probably be able to find traction. Admittedly, being such a large vehicle, it is quite possible it is going to get stuck on things like rocks, and trying to winch this out of situations is probably going to be quite an interesting one. We may have to go down to the diff locks, I suspect, for this bit. This bit here's got quite muddy. The other thing that this will do is the camera is a little bit... I'm not quite sure what the best place is to put the camera for this, in all honesty. You'll be here and things, oh yeah, everything's going fine, and then you'll look behind you and then it's just digging itself a giant trench. So yeah, we've got to be aware of that. Can we go back up to... No, I think we probably will have to have the diff locks on. Potentially, we'll see if we can get it going like this. We are still making progress. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's put this. Oh, let's not put it in reverse. There we go. The joys of faffing with the SpinTire gearbox, trying to be able to do quick gear changes and so on. Right. So far, we're doing quite well. I think we want to. Indeed, we do. We want to take a left here. We want to take a left, maybe avoiding the rocks first. I think rocks could really scupper this thing, or I don't think they'll sort of permanently wedge it, but you could get in an awkward situation with rocks stuck under pairs of wheels and so on. There we go, we're making that turn quite nicely. We've used a quarter of our fuel tank already. That's scary. Oh, God. Yeah, this thing is quite... It could do with perhaps... Yeah, more fuel to start with. That is so much fuel is being drunk by this truck. Now let's just have a pause for a second. Let's take a look. So, it's really tempting to try and take a shortcut. The problem is shortcuts very rarely work on SpinTires because you get yourself stuck in a forest, or it's not uncloaked, so I don't know what's over there. You get yourself stuck in the forest, you get wedged on trees, you waste so much fuel trying to get yourself out of trouble. Probably not a good idea. So... yeah, we're going to have to plough on. Unfortunately, we're not quite going in the correct direction for fuel anymore, which is not good. Never mind. We shall keep going this way. Can we go up? I think if we can get off the diff locks, we will save fuel. Oh, bugger, we're going off slightly off course. Whoopsie. Come on, truck. Get turned around. I think either way, we're going to use a lot of fuel, whether we're on diff locks or not. There you go. See, the front wheels look like they're fine. They're out of trouble. The rear wheels are, yep, as expected, digging a giant hole, and since we're just spinning wheels, we may as well put these diff locks back on. This is actually this wasn't really going to be the initial sort of idea behind using this truck. Wasn't really going to be a challenge about can we make it to a fuel depot with it in time. It's going to be more about climbing around the volcano and whatnot. But it seems that the fuel is such a big thing with this truck that that's going to be our biggest concern. Right, we're down. We've made it down the ramp. I think the rear wheels were just spinning, so we'll go back on the diff locks again. This bit here does not look too bad a terrain. Yeah, you see, we're not really digging too much into it, which is good news for the truck. Now, I think I could have gone... Yeah, I could have gone down that way, but I think I'm going to stick to this actual path. I think it's a safer bet, and I'm going to get myself in less trouble, I think, by going via the path. Could go first-person camera on here and not really see anything. Oh, bloody hell, that is a really tight turn. Hey, we should have to do a 3-point turn around here. That's ridiculously tight. Things were going fine. Immediately, I couldn't really see because the camera wasn't in the right place. But things were going okay, and then things all of a sudden got really, really tight. But we've made it around. We've made it just about around here. We're down to half fuel, pretty much. Oh, God, I wonder if we can winch it up hills to save fuel. Is that a thing that works? I think the winch will use some fuel, but if we click there... there's no trees in the right place. Never mind, serves me right for trying to be clever. Yeah, bugger me. We're at 96 litres of fuel. Come on, truck! You can do this. You can climb up here, and then hopefully we'll be downhill all the way to the petrol station, or diesel station. That would be quite nice. It is looking downhill, which I am looking forward to. Bloody hell, there's such a long way to go with the Tatra. Come on, giant 12x12. Okay, gear there, and we're going to kind of just coast it down. Okay, coast, or not coast. Come on, let's just coast down here with as little fuel as we can. Oh God, this is not going to go well, I suspect. Right, so we're down here now. I don't really want to be, again, going that way is taking me further away from the fuel. I don't want to spend any more time going in the wrong direction. Right, we are going to spin our tyres, waste some fuel. We're going to take a shortcut. Shortcuts are dangerous, I said that earlier, but this one here actually looks quite nice and open. So, we will head this way and pray that we can make it on the fuel that we have. Oh no. Come on, Tatra. Don't get stuck on the rocks. I probably shouldn't have tried to take this much of a shortcut, and now I'm just bouncing across some rocks. And now we have got well and truly wedged on the pissing rocks. This is why shortcuts are dangerous. Bloody hell. I thought this might do a little better at this kind of a thing. Now we're going to dig ourselves into a really big hole, and I think we've got it going again. Maybe. Yes, right, we're out. Can I see the... oh, we're not out quite yet. Come on, Tatra, you can do it. We're down to 58 litres of fuel. Right, let's stop burning fuel. Can we winch it to anything? We can winch it to ourselves, I think. Was that? Oh, no, wait. We are going to winch it free. That's good. Right, let's see if we can just do that quickly. Okay, right, we're winched free. Oh, no, we haven't got the cross properly. It's so easy to misclick on those bloody crosses. Right, we're down to a quarter of a tank. 3/4 of our fuel has been wasted. We spent far too much time prattling about with the rocks there. Okay, let's go up to that. Is that going to work? Is that going to help us save what little fuel we have? Maybe it will. Come on, Tatra. No, now we're going to have to go down back to getting the diff locks on. This is going to be... We're going to roll up to the station with about a litre or two at best in this. Pretty much is the way it's looking. Can we get off diff locks again? It looks like we... the problem is, of course, we are now just spinning the rear wheel, so it's actually not helping us save the fuel. If we were at a nice flat area, a nice sort of... I say tarmac road. The tarmac roads on this game are not flat, particularly, but you could get away with saving some fuel. But out here... I see a cloaking tornado, but that's the least of my concerns. I cannot divert course for cloaking tornadoes. I beeped my horn. That looks like the logging kiosk. The fuel is behind it. Oh, come on, Tatra, you can do it. You can do it. We want to drive past the log... there is a vehicle there. Maybe we'll have to send that vehicle out to get fueled. Any of the vehicle... I'm really hoping there is a vehicle. I see the fuel station! I see where I need to go! Come on, Tatra. You can make it. Just sip little tiny bits of diesel. And then maybe we will get to the... I think we're going to do it. Just. If we got stuck on those rocks for any longer, we would have been screwed over massively. As it is, we are going to roll up with a little bit more fuel than I thought we might. We're actually going to roll up with about 20 litres left. I think it was a good choice going to the fuel station first rather than trying to make it to the garage. Seeing as we have just made it here. Bloody hell. That's, yeah, this thing drinks the fuel really very, very quickly. Alright, so we're going to roll up to here and stop. Now, filled all of the fuel. Fantastic. Okay. Now, we do need to do about a 20-point turn to get us out again. Let's have a look. So we've got a much longer distance to go back here. I think my shortcut was actually a pretty good call on that one there. It's actually a nice, relatively smooth area. So if we head back, we'll stop off at the fuel, and we'll see how we fare, basically, with this giant truck. Okay, stick it in reverse. We've got rear wheel steering, so it's actually not quite as unmanoeuvrable as you might possibly expect it to be. Does the middle wheel steer? They might steer a little bit to help. It's not that unmanoeuvrable, all things considered. While we're over here, shall we back up and unlock that truck just in case disaster befalls the Tatra and we have to tow it to the garage? Not that thing there might not have any fuel in it anyway, and I wouldn't want to really have to drive all the way from here to wherever this thing's going to break down. Right, we can go forward. We may as well get the cloaking tornado on our way out. Right. First part of this epic journey has been completed. We've actually got some fuel in the massive Tatra. Okay, bounce our way across the stricken log. Is there anything over there? I can't see. Camera can't look over that way. What's over that way? Nothing. It looks relatively open. Oh god, don't tell me we got stuck on some rocks. There's a gear. There's a gear. Go forwards. Yeah, there's annoyingly large amounts of rocks around here to really get in the way. Hey, cloaking has been removed. Fantastic. Right. Yeah, I think we probably did do a good call going that way to avoid getting in trouble. So it looks like we're going to go swimming to get around. Bugger. So there's another fuel essentially on top of this mountain. Looks like we're going to go swimming to get around. We should have enough fuel though to make it to the garage. That's all we want to do, just make it to the garage. We will go swimming though a little bit on our way. This shouldn't be a problem for the Tatra, I hope. I have played this level a very, very long time ago with the very large trucks. I can't remember what they're called at all. The trucks that come with the game, whichever one's the largest ones of those are. Pretty sure I drove them through the water here at some point. Might even had a video on it ages ago when SpinTires first came out. So yeah, we shouldn't have too much problem going through the water. It's just we can't really afford to waste time. Wasting time in this truck is very expensive with the amount of fuel that that gets burnt in it. Never mind. Right, let's try and climb up here, avoiding all of the rocks. Yeah, this is a horrible path. Like, I guess it's supposed to be a path along all those rocks, but I would much rather be out here where there aren't rocks. Much easier for me to drive this bloody thing along. I guess the weight of these containers probably aren't helping the back of this truck, digging holes into the ground. Like from the normal camera angle, sort of from here, it looks fine, but the containers and so on are dropping the back end, and it's just digging a huge crater, or a huge trench with the rear wheels. So we've kind of just got to stick it with the diff locks on for now. We want to go left here, follow the path, and then we're looking pretty good. Okay, we can do a left here. This actually puts us on a more solid dirt road, which will be good for fuel consumption. Will be good for the truck. We won't get stuck along here, so that's always helpful. And then we're going to go for a little bit of a swim and pray that this thing doesn't pray I don't sink it. If I remember this water crossing correctly, you can get yourself in trouble if you're not careful. You want to kind of follow the swirly bits of water. I think, if I've remembered this correct. If not, we are just going to drive the 6x6 Tatra straight into the drink. It is straight into the drink, but we are good. Okay, we're in the water at the moment. It's not too high, so we are fine. Yeah, I think if we follow these, it's slightly different colour of water that we want to stick in. Yeah, like this turquoisey colour. All right, diff locks are going to have to go on. And hopefully we can make it across here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got stuck, a truck stuck somewhere trying to climb up over that way. Whoa! Okay, this is getting a little bit on the deep side now. This thing is doing very well though. Okay, Tatra. I mean, you might be getting a bit of a wet bum if you were inside here. In fact, I'm pretty sure if we go cockpit view, can we see the water inside? Yeah, there's water in the passenger seat. Oh god, I'm glad I don't have that. What was it, the Vaz that I was driving last time? Yeah, that wouldn't make it through here. We really wouldn't make it through here. Come on, truck. We're gradually getting along. I'm really impressed with this vehicle. It's actually more manoeuvrable than you expect. The rocks can cause a few issues. I mean, that's a lot of water through there that it has climbed through, or driven through, ploughed through, I think is probably the best way to describe how this truck has has made it. But we're going to get out the other side. That is good news. And then if we I'm kind of hoping that this main sort of dirt path is going to scoot around the outside, possibly to get the Tatra back to the garage. We will have to see. There we go. We've made it through the water. We've got some clean bits of the... Look how shiny that fuel tank is. That got a really good cleaning. It won't last for very long, but that is the shiniest fuel tank I've ever seen on an off-road vehicle, and already it's now not going to be quite so shiny. Right, so now we're on the slightly more solid dirt paths. These are a lovely change when you manage to get your truck on one of these. This is where the Dakar truck that I had out last time, it absolutely flies along here. Goes far too quickly for its own good. It often ends up breaking itself because it just goes monkers speed down here. This is actually going at some decent speed, and the doorbell is gone, so I shall just have to pause and be back in a second. Right, I am back. It's always the way. Whenever you order something, so I've got some new DVD cabinets coming, and they give you a time of delivery was between 8 AM and 7 PM. You know, really, really specific. I knew the second I started recording would be the second it would bloody turn up, but yeah, not very much you can do about that. That's right, the Tatra. We're back to climbing up these dirt paths. How are we doing? We're slightly heading in the wrong direction, but I think if we stay up here, the road should, well, it will loop around because this is just one giant island, and then we can head down towards the garage, and we're making pretty good progress. It's got pretty good speed, this thing, once you can unleash all of the power. Are we better off going... I think I might have just gone a silly way. I'm probably better off still going down here. Ooh, uh-oh. This is where we might get in a little bit of trouble. Can we get it turned? We might have to just do a 3-point turn here. There we go. Yeah, despite its huge length, the rear wheel steer is really helping get it around these corners well enough. And yeah, this is another quite tight turn for the for the Tatra. This road is definitely putting it to the test. It hasn't come up against anything that it can't beat, with the exception of it running out of fuel. Everything else it has done remarkably well. I thought we may get in a little bit more trouble with such a ridiculously large truck. I mean, I'm sure it's plenty powerful and so on, but yeah, this is dealing with everything that the terrain can throw at it. So we are now at the objective area, where if we were carrying logs, we could we would complete the level or whatever. We're not carrying. We're carrying containers at the moment, and there's a cloaking tornado while we're here. May as well get that one. Help decide what path we're going to take towards the garage. Right, let us just navigate our way through here. Okay, I think we're about halfway probably now towards the garage. We've now come across the top of the island, and that's been removed. Ah. That's not quite what I was hoping for. Oh, bugger. That's bad. Okay. We're in a bit of trouble here. Crap. Well, we've made it to the docks. I didn't realise the island wasn't quite that shape. I didn't realise there's a big hole in the middle of the island. We are well and truly on the stuck, I think. It shows the road going... I'm going to try something. I have no idea what's going... Like, is the road over... Is that where it says the path goes? Oh, it goes like to the end of the pier or something. Okay, well, it looks like we are not going to make it to the garage. Oh, bugger. Yeah, I did not know that about this level. Well, that shows my knowledge around here. Oh, crap. Sorry. Bumped into that thing. We shall have to do with just parking the truck down here. Right. Oh, careful now. Careful now. There we go. And, oh, don't fall down the gap. Much easier when you can drive trucks like this when you're trying to get down these narrow little... whoa. Careful, and stopped. We want to get over that way somewhere. There'll be a lot of backtracking to get down there. So, apparently, going across that water wasn't a good idea. I don't think there's any paths that go this way. You'd have to kind of skirt along the beach or just go back down that way and then cross over later on. Oopsie. Well, yeah, well, we made it around we made it kind of around the island. From the garage, we made it to the fuel, we made it then to the objective. Well, that's going to be our slightly not quite got the plan there, but never mind. I'm going to still claim this is a very cool vehicle. The Tatra is awesome. This is a great vehicle to go driving, to go off-road exploring. It is very thirsty on fuel though, and as you can see, I mean, we've gone through a large part of the fuel tank already. Yeah, it's very thirsty truck, so you will have to be careful. And I don't believe you can't carry fuel canisters around. You can only carry these garage containers and the logging truck or the logging trailer bit. So if you're going to be using it for long periods of time, you're going to want to make sure you keep an eye on your fuel. Otherwise, though, it is a very capable vehicle. Fantastic off-road, even despite its length and so on. Pretty good manoeuvrability. I'm going to try and climb it onto the boat over here. That shall be our finish. If we can get the Tatra parked on the boat, that shall be our ending. Yeah, very capable, very manoeuvrable. I was thinking it's going to be a bit more of a fiddle getting it through some of the tighter corners and so on, but not at all. This is a very capable truck. Please let me climb. Oh, we're going to have an invisible wall that we can't climb over. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, you do. Oh, I wanted to climb onto the tug. Or the... Oh well, the sun's going down. Yeah, this is an awesome vehicle. I highly recommend you give it a try. Let's get it off here so we can actually look at the camera. Yeah, the camera does have a few issues because it is such a large vehicle. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.